In your capacity as UNESCO Chair, what are the most pressing legal and policy challenges facing countries in transitioning to low carbon and climate resilient economy?
Well, it's a good question. I think globally we all understand the need to address the problem of climate change and to reduce overconsumption and ensure that our practices advance global targets. But a lot of countries and even different jurisdictions face challenges
Yeah.
in actualizing these ambitions. One is the problem of technology, right? Where is the technology available? How can we get access to green technologies needed to ensure our sustainable transition?
Yeah.
There is also, the issue of capacity.
Yeah.
How can we train the workforce to imbibe these new global best practices on circular economy, clean technology, renewable energy? So the capacity gap is still huge. With a lot of people saying we are ready to do this, to ensure we achieve sustainability, but we just don't have the resources to do it. So, of course, and there's the issue of also promoting international cooperation. No country can achieve these targets alone.
Mm.
So, international cooperation in the sense of bringing people together to discuss, to align their actions towards a common purpose will be key. And these challenges that I've mentioned are opportunities as well. And that's where the UNESCO Chair on Environmental and Sustainable Development comes in. Our role is to provide solutions to these problems. And we view sustainable development, especially from the legal and policy dimension. What are the innovative laws and policies that can foster international cooperation? So in this regard, we organize conferences, workshops that aim to bring people together to forge common solutions. How can we enhance capacity? How can people gain more knowledge? We have courses, training programs that we organize periodically to provide this knowledge on clean technology, renewable energy, environmental protection. So I think the UNESCO chair has been established at the right time, a time whereby the world is trying to ramp up action towards 2030. And so we are here, we stand ready to support stakeholders in all sectors to achieve these objectives.
What role do you think universities and research institutions in Qatar can play in shaping international environmental governance and climate diplomacy?
Research institutions such as the Hamad Bin Khalifa University and the UNESCO Chair on Environmental and Sustainable Development at HBKU have very crucial roles to play.
Mm.
The world is increasingly digitalized. We have new technologies that people are grappling with their legal implications. The world is facing complex challenges, whether we're talking about the problem of climate change, loss of biodiversity, even the issue of using renewable energy to supplement current energy and to meet global energy needs. These are issues that will require research and training and workshops. Institutions of knowledge will have key roles to play in fostering capacity, in providing that cutting edge research that will unlock solutions, as well as in localizing global solutions as well. It's one thing for international law to say this is what we should do, but how do we apply those international standards in local context? And this is exactly the role that our chair was established to play to bring local solutions to global problems.
How do you think hydrocarbon producing countries like Qatar can balance economic growth with environmental responsibility?
It's a target for the whole world to balance economic development with social and environmental development. And I think Qatar has a strategic opportunity to be at the forefront of leveraging clean innovation. Studies have shown that natural gas is a transition fuel, right? It's a fuel that is less hydrocarbon intensive, unlike oil or coal. So natural gas will be crucial going forward. We need natural gas to power new solutions like hydrogen. We need natural gas to power, technologies as well. So I think Qatar, being one of the richest in natural gas and one of the largest exporters of natural gas, is at a crucial position to be at the forefront of meeting global needs when it comes to natural gas as a transition fuel. And so our work at the chair is to then provide innovative solutions on how we can then ensure that the production, the distribution, and use of natural gas is done in a sustainable manner using latest technologies that minimize pollution and increase efficiency. So that is the target. And I also hope that other countries can learn from Qatar's success story in this regard, how it has been able to place itself as a hub for this transition fuel, as well as a hub for cleaner production methods. So we do hope that this is an approach that other countries should try and emulate and adopt, which is cleaning up production practices, ensuring that our sectors are, efficient and aligned with global best practices.
What opportunities do you see for Qatar to emerge as a regional leader in environmental law, climate governance, and sustainable development research?
I think Qatar is already playing a lead role in issues of fostering international cooperation. Qatar's leadership as a hub for mediation, for example, environmental mediation, using mediation to solve problems in a cooperative manner, is one approach that has already placed Qatar as a global hub, not just a regional hub, because now we see how effective mediation can be in solving mining disputes, in solving environmental disputes. That's one key role. I also think over the last years, Qatar has ramped up environmental legislation. We've seen new laws on environment, on climate change being released. We've seen new strategies. We've seen water efficiency programs like the Tashid. We've seen the Sustainability Week that is organized here. We've seen, a rise in promoting research focused on environmental issues. For example, at HBKU, we have a master's program which students can focus on environmental law as a specialization. So I think that's leadership is being at the forefront of promoting a knowledge-based economy that empowers people with the skills to make environmentally conscious choices. And I also hope that some of the efforts, for example, in terms of international cooperation, uh, we started a conference here in Qatar in 2018 on environmental issues, and it's been going on every year. And not only have we been successful as the chair to organize this conference, it is now a conference that we hold in different parts of the region. So we moved from Qatar to Morocco, from Morocco to Jordan, to UAE, and the like. So we're exporting knowledge. We're exporting best practices. So not just in Qatar, but across the region. And I do hope this can continue.
How important is the UNESCO chair that you are holding to Qatar's global image, not just in law, but in terms of the comprehensive global perception and image of Qatar?
Having the UNESCO chair here at HBKU is already an international recognition of the university's commitment and leadership on sustainability issues. As you may already know, the UNESCO Chairs program was launched in 1992, and the aim is for UNESCO to cooperate with universities that have leadership and competence in areas of their operations, and environment is one of them. So, in recognition of HBKU's leadership, it was the UNESCO approved that a UNESCO chair should be established here at HBKU. I will tell you that this is the first chair worldwide that focuses on environmental and sustainable development. So it's big that UNESCO recognizes the university's commitment to environmental law. Personally, a great international recognition for the work that I've been doing. I've been here now for 10 years, and we've been writing, publishing. It's 10 years of mentoring students, 10 years of leading research, 10 years of publications. And it's very good to see that all those efforts have been recognized in Qatar and globally with the chair. And we do hope that we will continue to do what we've been doing, which is to support the next generation to be at the forefront of leadership in environmental law.
What lessons can be drawn from recent international climate negotiations for national policymakers in the Middle East and Africa?
Recent negotiations have shown that for countries in the Middle East and in Africa, we don't just want an energy transition, we want a just energy transition.
Yeah.
And a just energy transition is a transition that does not solve one problem by creating more problems, right? It's one thing to transition, but it's one thing to leave people without jobs, to leave people without subsistence, to leave people in poverty, or to leave people without energy access. That is not the sort of transition that our societies need. So you see that a lot of countries in the region have increasingly emphasized the need for a just energy transition. And law has a crucial role to play to define the contours of a just energy transition. How can countries get there? How can we ensure that while developing this global ambition for transition, we do it in an orderly manner that will be sustainable in the long run. So, and that's one area that I've been encouraging my students to research into, written a lot of books and articles on the just energy transition. And I think we see that increasingly in international discussions and debates, this concept is coming up. In the next COP, it will be a discussion that will come up as well. How can we promote climate diplomacy in a way that is just, orderly, and inclusive?
One of the challenges this part of the world faces is the fact that Europe and other parts of the world, I mean, the majority of the global north are clamoring for clean energy. So how do you think the best possible way to maintain the balance between those who want a paradigm shift to clean energy and to those who are saying, no, at the moment we can't still, because the bulk of our revenue and economy depends on this?
It's a good question. And I always like to, when I have meetings with stakeholders, whether governments or environmental educators or other stakeholders, I always try to say that the world faces a climate emergency, no doubt. Climate change is a problem. Studies have shown that climate change could impact our societies. But climate change is not the only emergency. We also have the energy poverty emergency. This is 2026. There are still some countries that do not have access to clean energy. There are some homes that do not have reliable access to reliable electricity, whereby, and there are some countries that, they still struggle to generate electricity. We've seen in studies countries whereby they adopt a clean transition policy without taking into consideration these problems. Then you see people doing even worse things, maybe shifting to more pollution intensive fuels because they want to be able to cook. They want to be able to power their homes. So this exactly is the reason why we are saying we need a just and orderly transition that will not, solve the problem of climate change by creating multiple other problems. Understanding that there are multiple emergencies at play here, and ensuring that international law emphasizes the need for a common but differentiated responsibility, which is we all have a common problem, but we have different responsibilities in achieving solutions to that problem. So I think it would be hypocritical for countries with 100% electrification to then say everybody must do what they're doing. So it is good for us to have these local solutions that takes into consideration our challenges and our priorities. And that's why international law is very dynamic. Everyone is entitled to international diplomacy, which is bringing us together. I will tell you my own problem. I will tell you how I think I can solve
the problem.
But there is definitely no one size fits all when it comes to clean transition.
Thank you so much for your time.
It's been a pleasure.